You notice that we, educators, read popular books and popular articles on culturally responsive teaching, and we receive hours upon hours upon hours of training on the topic. But no matter how many books we read, no matter how many hours of training we receive, we perceive problems that prevent us from designing culturally responsive activities. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Dwayne D. Williams, and I coach educators through the process of identifying and transforming problems that prevent them from designing culturally responsive practices. Now, here's what you should know. In fact, if you have a pencil and paper handy, jot this down. When considering culturally responsive teaching, we all fall on a continuum. I call this continuum a continuum of problems. We all experience some kind of problem that prevents us from moving forward with culturally responsive teaching. We experience problems that prevent us from designing culturally responsive instructional supports across tiers. Problems that prevent us from designing culturally responsive and transformative SEL practices. Problems that prevent us from designing culturally responsive trauma-informed supports. Problems that lead to punishing students of color at alarming rates. And problems that lead to over-identifying students of color for special education services, among other problems. The key then is to transform those problems in order to move forward with culturally responsive teaching. What problems do you and your teams experience with culturally responsive teaching and equitable programming? If you are working to design culturally responsive practices, I have 3 recommendations for you. The first is start with problems, not solutions. Not solutions. The second is identify specific and relevant tools that you can use to transform those problems so that you can start designing culturally responsive activities. The third is contact me right now so that I can coach you through the process so that you can get started and not get stuck. I'm Dwayne D. Williams, and I coach educators through the process of identifying and transforming problems that prevent them from designing culturally responsive practices. Listen, I can't wait to meet with you in your building with your colleagues to identify and transform problems that prevent you from designing culturally responsive and equitable programming.